Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I am going to solve day 11 problem of this month on LeetCode. Before starting, if you guys haven't subscribed my YouTube channel yet, then please go ahead and subscribe it. Now without any delay, let's get started with today's problem. So today we are going to solve problem number 791, that is custom sort string. It is a medium level problem, but don't worry, by the end of this video you guys will be able to solve this problem. I don't treat this problem as a medium because it's an easy level problem. After solving you will get to know why I'm saying that it is a easy level problem. So in this problem we have given two strings, one is order and one is s, and all the characters of order are unique and were sorted in some custom order previously. Okay, so this is one order string, okay, and one string s, and all the characters of order string are unique and were sorted in some custom order. Okay, so what we have to do, we have to permute the characters of s so that they match the order that order was sorted. Okay, so here see, in string s, a, b, c, you see these characters a, b, c, but in the orders these characters are written like this c, b, a. Okay, so what we have to do here, we have find all the characters which are there in order, right? After that we have sorted these characters like just like order. So now my new s will become c, b, a because I have sorted this s like order, and the remaining characters I am going to add in the end. Okay, so we have to permute the characters of s so that they can match the order that order was sorted. More specifically, if a character x occurs before a character y in order, then x should occur before y in the permuted string, and we have to return any permutation of s that satisfy the property. Okay, so here since d doesn't appear in the order, it can be at any position in the return string. It could be dcba, cbda, or cbda. Okay, but just we need to maintain this order. Okay, for these characters, abc characters are there, abc characters are there in order, but there is one order mentioned for abc, it should be cba. So here see, in all the permutations we are maintaining this cba, right? cba, and here also cba, here also cb and a. Order is maintained, right? Order is maintained here. Okay, so we have to just maintain the order and we can return any answer. Okay, we have to return any permutation of s that satisfies this property. Okay, so let's understand this with an example here. So let me copy this example. Okay, so now I'm going to explain the logic that I'm going to use to build the answer for this problem. Okay, so this is an example 2 given to us. Okay, so here this is an order string. Okay, so we have to maintain this order for these characters b, c, a, f, g, right? And this is a string given to us s, a, b, c, d. Okay, so first what I'm going to do, I'm going to count the characters, count the frequency of characters in my string. So a, how many times a? Okay, one time. B frequency in my string s, 1. What is the frequency of c in my string s1? What is the frequency of d in my string? Is nothing but 1, right? Now after that I am going to iterate over my orders array. Okay, I am going to iterate over my orders array, and I am going to check one by one. If this b is there in my string s, yes, it is there in my string s, right? How many times it is there in my string s? One time. Okay, so I am going to write b here one time. Okay, after that I go to the next character in my order, c. I'm going to look for c. Is c there in my string s? Yes, it is there. How many times? One time. So I'm going to write c here one time. Is a there in my string s? Yes, it is there in my string s. How many times? One time. So I'm going to write a here one time. is f is there in my string s? No, f is not there in my string s, so we don't need to do anything. If g is there in my string s? No, g is not there in my string s, so I don't need to do anything. Okay, so now I have written all the characters b, c, a, okay, which are there. I have maintained this order. Now what are the remaining characters in my string s? Okay, so what I'm going to do here, I'm going to again I can do one thing. I can again iterate over each character in my string s. A, what is the frequency of a, because here I have already included the a, so every time I am going to decrement the frequency to 0 whenever I am going to. This is my new string. Okay, this is, I am here building new string. This is my new string that I am building. Okay, so every time I am using any character, so I am changing the frequency to 0. Okay, for each character. So here a frequency 0, I don't need to add it into my new string. B frequency 0, I don't need to add it into my new string. C frequency 0, I don't need to add into my new string. Okay, D frequency is 1 right now, and we haven't used it in our new string, right? So what I'm going to do, I'm going to just place this D here in the end. You can place it anywhere, but just for easiness, I'm going to just place the remaining characters after the end. Okay, after this end. Okay, new strings end position, I'm going to start with the remaining characters. Okay, so this is how I'm going to obtain my answer. So now let's write the code for this one. So here let's count the frequency of each character in s. Okay, so let's create one count array. Okay, in count array, and you know the size number of alphabets in English 26, right? So now we are going to count the frequencies of each character in my string, right? Okay, so this is done. Now I'm going to iterate over each character in my string s. So for that I can use for each loop simply. Char c, convert this string to char array. Okay, I have converted this string to char array. This is the function, and then inside that I'm going to count the frequency. So count, let's use counts if there are multiple counts. Okay, counts of first character, like I can write it like this: character, whatever my character, minus a. Okay, in this way I'm going to calculate the frequency. So if my first character is a, so here right now my counts of 0 will be incremented, right? I am using my counts to calculate the frequency, so it is going to run from 0 to 25, right? So right now I am incrementing the frequency of 0, counts of 0 plus plus. That simply means there is one a, right? So in this way I am going to count the frequencies of each character in my string. Okay, so this is done. After that I'm going to use string builder. Okay, so string builder we can easily add the elements in our string one by one. Okay, we can easily append, we can use append function, right, using string builder. So this is my new string. Okay, new string that I'm going to form now. Okay, so new string builder. Okay, this is done, and now I have to append the characters in the order satisfied by the order string. Okay, so now I'm going to iterate over this array one by one. Okay, this array one by one, C, B, A, one by one I'm going to move. So again let's use one for each loop. For char C, convert this order to char array, order string to char array. Okay, this is done. Now I'm going to first check the frequency while in this while counts my current character C minus A. Okay, if the frequency of this character, okay, if the frequency of this character in this string is greater than 1, is greater than 0, if the frequency of this character C in this string is greater than 0, in that case I have to add this value, add this character in my new string, right? This is what I am doing, right? New string dot append the character. Okay, once I have added this character, like I am here checking for this C, if the frequency of this C in my string s is greater than 0, yes, it is greater than my 0, then in my new string I have to add this C, and now I have to decrement the frequency of C. Okay, I have to decrement the frequency of C in my s, right? Because I have already used this C. Okay, so here only I'm going to write minus minus. Okay, so here I decrement the frequency. So I hope that you guys are clear with this. Okay, this is done. So now we have written for each loop. So now I'm going to write all the characters in, I'm going to maintain one order. Okay, here I'm going to just maintain one order. Now after that, once I have added all the elements, I have maintained all the elements like order, like C, B, A, D. Okay, so here A, B, C, D is a string, so all the characters we have to just maintain the order like this, C, B, A. Okay, so C, B, A, so I have maintained the order like this. Okay, in the new string. Now but there are still some characters which are left out right now in S, right? So all these characters have frequency greater than 0 right now. So okay, so now once I maintain the order, let's just add the remaining elements of S, right? Whatever is pending, so we are just going to add that. So here I am going to append remaining characters not present in the order string, right? So let's use one for loop for int I is equal to 0, I is less than 26, I plus plus, okay, and char C, okay, is equal to, let's convert the character from number. Okay, so char, this is how we need to do that, char, okay, here inside that A plus I. Okay, so I is 0, so that simply means character A. I am looking for character A. Okay, so here while counts of I is greater than 0, in that case I have to append this character C in my new string, right? If the counts of any I is greater than 0, then in that case I have to append that character in my new string. Okay, so this is done. Okay, I am going to add all the remaining characters in my new string, and in the end I have to just return my new string, right? Return new string. This is a char, right? So this is string builder, right? So let's convert it to string. We are adding characters here only, so now I'm converting it to string, right? So now let's run the code and see if there are any errors. Yes, there is some issue. Okay, so return spelling is wrong. Let's see anything else. Memory limit exceeded. Okay, so let's see why we are getting this error. A plus I. Okay, so here one mistake. If I am adding the elements one by one, remaining elements, so I have to decrement the frequency as well, right? Just like here, if I am adding any element from my string S to my new string, so I have to decrement the frequency of that character after using that element, right? So this is the mistake. So now let's run the code again and see. So all the test cases has been accepted. Now let's submit the code and see the runtime. So our solution is accepted and the runtime is also very good, 0 millisecond, and it beats 100% of users with Java. So I hope that you guys are able to understand today's problem. Okay, if you guys still have any question, then please feel free to ask in comment section. Till then, keep coding and keep practicing. Meet you in the next video. Thank you. Bye bye.